Okay, hello guys, I will now commence my testimony for the Don't Forget FMA project. Fullmetal Alchemist has a great story. I've seen a lot of animes up till now, but to be honest with you, none of them really managed to captivate me the way FMA did. It has a good story, typical Japanese slapstick humor, which makes you laugh your ass off almost every episode, and very nice characters with who you can identify yourself or not. The thing that really kept me watching FMA was the fact that it's quite realistic. Well, I'm not talking about alchemy because, as you observed, alchemy is not possible in this world, though it would be very fun if it was possible. But I'm talking about the fact that it portrays real-life situations. Let's just look at Edward and Alphonse. When they are little, their father leaves them. Their mother has to take care of them alone, but then their mother dies. Then there's the military. Oh yeah, the military it's portrayed a little bit in a funny way because we a lot of times we can have a very big laugh seeing Roy Mustang, Riza Hawkeye, Falman, Havok, Fury, and Maytooth interact. But the producers really portray the dark side of the military as well, where people die, people kill, and people are assassinated in order to make them shut up. As we all know, Mace Hughes died because of that. People die, animals die. I really love the episode when Izumi explains to that little girl who took her dead kitty after she gave birth to little kitties. She took her cat to Izumi and asked Izumi to repair her cat. And Izumi explained to her that I cannot do that. Death is part of life. It's a very important factor in the cycle of life. That's just the way the cycle works. And that really hit me here because I also have a cat. And I'll show you my little cat. Well, she's not that little, but I really like her. Her name is Kirara. And she's 9 right now. She's 9 years of age, and I don't know how much time I can still spend with her. So this anime really managed to draw tears into my eyes almost every episode. And this year which passed, I had to experience a lot of stuff, like betrayal, death of a loved one, leaving behind dear persons. I can really relate myself to Edward, even though I'm a girl. He has been through so much, and a lot of times he is pondering upon stuff and he keeps them to himself. He doesn't quite share some things with some persons. And I'm like that too. When something bothers me, if something hurts me, I don't quite like to share it with other persons. I don't want to burden others. That's how Edward was as well. He did not want to burden Winry, but this caused pain to Winry. But Edward just did not want to burden her. And when his little brother asks him what's the matter, he just says nothing. He just gives a smile and moves on forward. And also, I really like the way he relates to the truth, or to God. A lot of people believe that he's an atheist. Well, I don't quite believe that. When Scar gives him a last chance to pray to God in brotherhood, he says that I don't have a God to pray to. You know, I can really understand him. He experienced some rough things, and to be honest with you, if I had to go through the things that Edward gone through, maybe I wouldn't believe in God either. No, I'm sure of this fact that I wouldn't believe in God. I couldn't. I wouldn't be capable of it. He experienced rough things. His father left him. He lost his mother. He lost some limbs. No wonder he can't believe in God. But in the episode Miracle in Rush Valley, I like the fact that he started to pray. He was like, God, if you can hear me, then please help us. Just this once. I'm a Christian. And I do believe that if you have a strong personal relationship with God, then He can speak to you through a lot of means. He can find a lot of means of communication. Yeah, the Bible is a very important mean of communication in Christianity, but God can talk to us even through a person, through a book, through a film, or through anime. Or in my case, He talked to me through Full Metal Alchemist. I lost a dear person last year in September. The person did not die, it's just that our lives took different paths. And I felt miserable. After that, my grandmother died in March this year, 2011. Then I had my high school graduation exams, which took place in June. I was very afraid of them. That was when I stumbled across Full Metal Alchemist. Well, I watched this show when I was 15 also, now I'm 19. But I watched it on the TV and I didn't see all of the episodes and so on. The opening line of each episode really hit my head. Humankind cannot gain anything without first sacrificing something. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. Then, in the light of this quote, I reflected upon my own life. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. I lost a dear person. I lost my grandma. So I figured that maybe I'll obtain my exams, and I obtained them. Now I study law, and in Romania it's rather hard to work in this field after you finish your studies, especially if you want to become a lawyer or a solicitor. But that equivalent exchange is what I felt that was giving me hope. After experiencing these, as I said, I feel miserable. But when I saw the episode with Rose, when Ed tells her that, stand up and walk, keep moving forward, at least you have two strong legs to take you there. Ed does not have a leg. He lost an arm as well. Yet, he kept moving forward. I should have prosthetics as well, because I have committed a lot of sins as well. And I'm bearing those, even today. I'm bearing the consequences, as Ed and Alphonse were bearing their own sins' consequences. But I have legs, I have hands, and thank God they're healthy. So biologically, I'm capable of moving forward. One of my favorite quotes from Edward is when he says that I've got a million regrets, and one of his comrades says that 1,000,001. I laughed so much at that quote, but even today when I I'm a teenager and I've got a lot of regrets. I regret the things that I did, I regret the things that I didn't do, and I regret the way I did some things. But nowadays, when I feel that I'm starting to regret something, then I just think of this quote that I'm just thinking about what Edward said, that I've got a million regrets, and back in my mind I'm saying 1,000,001. And that really manages to cheer me up. I also like the brothers' relationship. I also have a brother, and I really wish that we will have that kind of relationship one day. Like Alphonse was always like, oh brother, we had to find the Philosopher's Stone in order to gain your arm and leg back. And he was so altruist, like he did not have a body, but he was preoccupied by his brother's limbs. The problem is that we don't really give too much credit to Alphonse. Alphonse has a very nice and very colorful soul. You know, I grew up without a father as well. and I faced hardships because of that. But if we look at the end of the series, Ed gains his limbs back. Alphonse gains his whole body back. Edward and Winry get married and have children. And maybe Alphonse will hook up with May, and that would be very nice. After all they sacrificed, they gain a shining future. And I feel that this is what God is telling me through this series, that after a dark past, He can grant us a shining future. Ed and Winry grew up without their parents. Now they will have the opportunity to become the great parents they did not have for a long time. I grew up without a father, but I had a great mother. This will motivate me to become a good parent, to give my best. I am really grateful to God that I had the opportunity to watch Full Metal Alchemist, and I will forever keep it in my heart. I will never forget it. A lesson without pain is meaningless, for you cannot gain something without sacrificing something else in return. But once you have overcome it and made it your own, you will gain an irreplaceable full metal heart, a Hagane no Ren, or a Hagane no Kokoro. Through the things that I've gone through, I also gained a Hagane no Kokoro. I gained a full metal heart. I can call myself full metal, and no one will be capable of taking that away from me. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was really nice to gather up these thoughts. Thank you so much for doing this project. Don't forget, October the 3rd, year 11.